Good morning, Stanton. Welcome back to Star Citizen Wednesdays. Today we are continuing our rental ship mini-series for new players. And today's ship, we are going to go over the ARGO Raft, a light freight hauling ship. Oh, that's bugged again. Which, as of recent patches, has actually been improved. Actually, let me check it first. I gotta go pull it out since it's a rental. And come on.
Welcome to
I think it's a medium.
Vehicle retrieval system.
Right, freight, thank you.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the
Yep,
following.
that's medium.
Visit us again. Welcome.
I believe it's a size 3 ship.
Your vehicle has please visit.
If I remember right. Come on. Go. Servers have been acting a little better today, thankfully. And we're almost there. Right.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System.
ARGO Raft.
Vehicle selected. Your vehicle please visit us again.
I try to get back a little. So, as with all Argo ships, it has a pretty industrial design, but you honestly get to love that after a while because Argo is one of the coolest looking industrial ship series. You know, the Raft, the Mole, the ATLS, it could get some love, but it's not that bad. The, what is it, STV, for your like mini ship forklift. Yeah, as you see, it looks pretty similar to the Mole. Got our typical elevator here. It's a lot closer than I like, but that's just my personal preference. Right here is your cargo grid, which has been reworked. I can't remember what it was previously, but right now, what is it? It's 192 SCUs. So you're too deep. You're too... Come on. Give me the... Thank you. So you go 2 tall, 8 across, and 12 long. And if you do that math correctly, it should come out to 192. There should be a tractor beam on this, which I believe is that little guy. So let's head up inside and actually view her. Oh, right. Unlike the Mole, you actually have a button. Of course, I go on the wrong side. Let's go lower first. Wow, these doors are a lot softer than the Mole. I believe this will be your docking clamp. Yep. Not sure what you would connect up to, though? Because this is poorly positioned. That's the elevator. Here we go back to the living area. Because technically these ships are supposed to be multi-crewed. I think every Argo ship is supposed to be. Weapon rack for if you're doing that kind of cargo mission. And we come back here. This should be our give me power. There we go.
Systems activating.
Nope,
Systems
this isn't
on.
what I was looking for. Whoops, wrong thing. Might be a remote turret, now I think about it. That's just going to be for all your ship systems. Yeah. Since it's a rental, I'm not going to be accessing anything. We wanted to show the tractor beam. But it's probably going to be co-pilot. Wild guess.
Systems activating. Systems on.
Yep, you enter the remote turret. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Oh, this is gonna be one of my worst videos. Does the pilot have control over it? I don't remember the pilot having it. Could be.
Quantum fuel 100. Weapons on. Systems activating. Systems on.
Now, I swear this thing has... you know what? We'll do it the old-fashioned way. If I can't find it by the time I get to the location, then we'll just do it manually. Oh, great. Trying to find these missions sucks. Remember, Interstellar, this is the one. 104 should be able to handle it. Alright.
Launch complete.
This video is horrible right now. And that was the wrong route.
Crash close.
Alright, that should be fully open.
Alert. Overhead crash close.
And let's head out of here. Little sensitive on the controls.
Landing gear up.
That actually set the course correctly, since I saw the wrong thing. We are gonna have to circle around the planet.
Shields off.
Come on. There we go.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
And it should get back there. Stanton below us. Really flying straight to the sun. This is awesome.
Quantum travel engaged.
Alright, let's see if I can find the turret. Vehicle. No. Weapon systems. No. Yeah, it's got to be the co-pilot, because co-pilots handle most remotes. Let's see if... No? That's not it. You know, if I was an actual professional, I would know what the heck I was doing. There we go. Yeah, being in quant, I'm probably not going to be able to do much with it. I thought that control handled it. Sometimes I just can't. Nope, this is the engineering. I don't want to be here. I'm going to go down here. So when we get to the location, we should... Oh! Fuck me. Damn it. Okay. So, let's pretend that didn't happen.
You are clear to launch.
Oh,
Overhead crash close.
holy crap. I have not had that happen for a good while.
Alert. Front crash close.
Yeah, that's something that
Alert.
you used to happen a lot more in the past for us, but it's gotten much better
Shields
since like 319 and what. Come on. And I did say the servers were performing good today. But no, they had to go and make me a liar. Alright. What was I going to talk about before that incident? Oh, the improvements to the ARGO Raft for cargo hauling. Yeah, they've really improved the grid. They make it basically one solid block, whereas a lot of grids still are split up. Heck, even the C2 is split up. But, you know, going back to my previous rental video for the Taurus, you know, those comments were made before they upgraded the raft or improved the raft. So now my opinion on, you know, new player getting into cargo missions as a startup is definitely going to be leaning more towards the raft. Because with the raft, you get more cargo space overall. You can handle more larger containers. You know, like with the 32s, you can put, what, 6 on this thing? It's either 6 or 8. I can't do the math right now. Can't think straight after that incident. And, yeah. Price-wise, this thing is way cheaper than a Taurus. I mean, the rental, even though the screen was showing incorrect, the rental price per 1 day is 70,000 credits. The 7-day, I think it was
75%.
noted. The 7-day is something like 370,000, which comes out to about 50,000, 52,000-ish a day. To actually purchase an Argo Raft is something like 3.5 million. Whereas, what was the Taurus? The Taurus was 8 million, I think. So the Taurus is still better for, you know, multi-role, because that's literally what it's classified as, a multi-role. So you can use it with a crew to go do bounty missions. You can use it with a crew to go do low-level hauling missions. You know, it has multiple purposes, whereas the raft is just cargo. So you can get started earlier with the raft. You know, 70,000 shouldn't be too hard to make up if you have a beginner, like, pledge ship. Like in my case, I have the Aegis Avenger Titan. So I could do beginner hauling missions from 18 to Vigini and back. Because those are usually like 6 to 7 SCUs. Do about 5 or 6 of those, and you get enough to rent Argo Raft. And you're already up to 192, so you can do multiple hops and load up multiple missions at a time. And definitely make enough, quickly enough, to actually purchase one for yourself.
50%.
Noted. Yeah. As for outfitting it, you probably only want to get a better quantum drive. Let's see, a size 3 ship is probably going to take a size 2 engine. It might take a 1. You'd have to look on Urkel for that. If it's a 1, you'll probably be wanting the Atlas, I think. If it's a 2, you might want to go Chimera. With 4.2 on the horizon, I haven't looked at to see how they've changed recently. So that might change with the next patch, but who knows. And for newer players, that little skull icon, which is going further and further away, is how you find your corpse. Thankfully, with the way things are currently in this patch, they allow you to keep your gear for the most part. Inventory, I do not think stays, but your actual weared gear is your actual equipped gear, sorry. It does stay with you. I don't know if that's going to continue onward or what, but yeah, that's what we got right now. And I am going to...
Quantum fuel, 25%.
Noted. Yeah, I'm gonna hit Magnus on fumes. I mean, that's to be expected from a size 3 ship. It doesn't have that big of fuel capacity. Hydrogen you really don't ever worry about. I don't know what they're going to do with that anytime soon, because that's basically just your ship's generator's power. But quantum, yeah, you burn through quantum on the smaller ships. How are my settings? Settings look good. Yep, we are definitely going to have to refuel here. So I'll do that when I land to pull up the cargo.
Quantum travel complete.
I hope... Actually, it might not be able to. Because there is an issue right now in 4.1.1 with the cargo elevators. Of not being able to fill it completely. Looking at the way cargo comes up, somebody screwed with the algorithm that organizes the cargo on the grid.
Shields on.
Oh. Forgot to call them.
Landing gear down.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Oops. Where are you putting me? Crap, you're putting me in medium. Yep. Get over there. Did not want to drop that yet.
Landing gear up.
Trying to get my settings right. There we go. Yeah, I'm not too concerned about weapons, torrental, and
Landing gear down.
if you get attacked in a raft, especially by a player, you're just screwed. If it's an NPC, you might survive.
Alert. Front crash close.
Alright, and let's touch her
Alert.
down.
Front crash close. Landing complete.
That looks close enough.
Systems off.
Power off, head to an elevator. Please? Oh, this is really turning into a fun day. You want to give me the elevator? Fine, I'll go upstairs. This is what I get for talking nicely about a ship. Jeez. It's almost as bad as the C2's elevator. Alright. Where the heck am I? You know what? I want to try and demonstrate the turret. So we'll go here. Alright, please work. Oh, wow, that actually did work. Now the question is, are they all going to be on the road? That actually looks like all of them. Or not? Let's see, 3 by 4 is 12. 13. Let's see, 12 by 4 is... That's not all of them, is it? Let me check on the upper elevator. Oh, wait, no, those are 8s, not 4s. Yeah, that's right-ish. Yeah, the big box SCUs are 8 SCUs. I always call them 4 for some reason. And that should really default to the lower deck. You know, on the C2, it's understandable to go to the top deck when you load in. But open the door. With the raft, you want to go to the lower deck. All right.
Systems activating. Systems on. Alert. Morning crash close.
Yeah, I know. Alright, so I was able to do this with a Taurus. So I should be able to do it with a raft. And hopefully I don't fall out of the ship again. Oh, that's gonna have me triggered for all day. Power on. Mount turret. Alright, now what I wanted to do, give me a crate. Put it on the grid. I really don't know why the bottom of the elevator is targetable. I really don't. This is basically the best feature of the raft. Actually, the two best features of the raft. One is obviously the turret, and the other is the fact that you literally can load the stuff right onto the ship. Whereas most cargo craft, you have a cargo hangar, cargo bay to load into. 12 by 8 is 96. Plus another 8. Yeah, that's 104. Yeah, the issue with the elevators really has me worried that this isn't all the crates. But the math is mathing, so I'm just being paranoid. And I'm probably going to be lazy about organizing the crates correctly, but whatever. It's not like we're going to have a full grid. So I have some room to play with. But I shouldn't be too lazy. Because we don't have an infinite amount of space. Nice. Yeah, sound is definitely an issue with the game still. And as you can see, we can only go 2 deep, so that's basically every large cargo container right now. Yeah, nothing goes beyond 2 deep. It's everything. Please don't fall out the ship. Nope. Back in the seat. I forgot to fire
Alert.
fuel.
Starboard crash
Crap.
close. Landing complete. Quantum fuel 100%.
Alright, and we are heading out to Everest, which is going to be on the other side of Hurston.
Launch complete.
Whatever.
Alert. Front crash close.
Clear.
Shields
Thank you, and please visit again.
Engage.
quantum travel engaged.
Okay, now for the look around. As you see, we don't have to worry about a cargo grid inside the ship, which is good and bad. If you do get attacked, this is just going to get shot off, but it does make it easier to load and unload. You know, you deal with something like a ramp, a freelancer, Cuddy, the Hercules series. Yeah, those get to be a pain after a while. This is pretty good with an ATLS. Unfortunately, as you see, there's nowhere to put the ATLS because there's no internal grid. And you can't overstock a raft. At least I don't think you can do it safely. So for starting out, it is, with the recent updates, I'm going to say that it is your #1 cargo ship to go with when you're starting out. You know, once you get enough after having a raft, then you can upgrade to something, you know, more fitting of what you want. You know, you can go to the Taurus if you want the multi-role, or you can do the full save up for the C2 or the whole C. I would honestly consider a whole A a downgrade from this. I am not going to get out of the seat again. The only downside right now that I can think of when it comes to the raft is, unfortunately, the only place to
Quantum fuel, 75%.
noted the only place to rent it, unfortunately, that I could find was Lorville at Vantage Rentals. And to put salt on that wound, the only place to purchase one is at New Deal in Lorville. So, unfortunately, to get one, either way, you will have to suffer being at Lorville. Let's see, what else? There's not much else to go over with the raft. It's had its improvements. Hopefully, this will be a sign that all other cargo ships are going to get improvements. The Freelancer series could use some love. The Taurus, especially, yeah, the Connies, especially the Taurus, could definitely get some love. As somebody who works with C2s, I would really love it if they fix the internal cargo bay, especially on the edges when you're trying to move containers. But then again, C2 pilots have been begging for them to fix the ramps. And we've just come to accept whatever we get at this point.
Quantum fuel, 15%.
Noted. But yeah, this is honestly a very good ship for hauling around. And it's even, you could probably make a decent amount if you're doing commodity trading. You're obviously not going to make as much as the larger ships because you're not hauling as much, but 192 SCUs. Yeah, you're going to make a decent amount. Because what's a 32? 32 is too tall, so that's 16 SCU left. And it's too wide, so yeah, 32 is 8 across. So you could have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those on your grid. Let's see, 20 32s, if you got the good routes in Stanton, could be 400k. So you take that down to 6. You're looking about 150k for simple runs. Alright, time to hop around the planet. Come on. Come on. Almost there.
Quantum travel complete.
Ah. Yeah, by the cooldown time, you can definitely tell this has a base quantum drive. A Hemera or an Atlas would be done again or fully cooled down in like 7 or 8 seconds.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
No, there we go. And I think Everest is going to be after this. top hangar again. That, I believe, is a hole A.
Quantum travel complete.
Shit. And I get another bug. Of course. There we go. Yeah, it was locked in free look. So mediums should be either this pylon, that pylon, or actually that one. And where that ship's going in leads me to believe it's going to be the far one.
Shields on.
Why won't you stay powered? Alright. What do you give me? Oh, you're actually being nice today. Alright. Let's see if I cannot screw this up like I did with the Taurus.
Landing gear down. Alert. Deck crash close.
Come on.
Alert. Deck
There we go.
crash close. Landing complete.
Alright. We're closer to the front hangar, or the elevator, so I'll put it over here.
Alert. Port crack.
Really wish I could fix that rear camera. That should be good. So we'll leave her in hover. There we go. Jeez. Jeez. Alright, give me a box. Throw a box. It's been so long since I've been in a medium hangar. These free elevators look so small. You know, the large hangar, it's like, what, almost 4 times this size. 896 versus 224. It's just so weird. One thing for newer players, with you're having difficulties on the tractor beam, there are different modes you can cycle through of the tractor beam's movement. With the, by default, it's Q on your keyboard. So yeah, you just gotta play with it until you find the mode you like. Yep, there we go. Somewhere in there. while I do not advise it, for most part, the freight elevators will take down anything you put in them, as long as it's somewhat centered on the grid. It does not necessarily have to attach to it, but like I said, I do not advise it. One more? One more. There. Go in. There you go. Alright. Get out of the seat. Nope. Wrong way. Again. It's over here. So now let's actually land the ship. Oh, that's the last time I say the servers are doing good.
Alert. Starboard crash close.
And that is when Autoland actually works.
Landing complete. Systems off.
That's everything? Yep, that's everything. And... oh, wrong hangar. Wrong elevator. Yeah, with my other ships, I am so accustomed to doing the rear elevator. Yep. That was actually correct. It all goes down. So, yeah, that is a very extended overview of the ARGO Raft, the light freight cargo hauler. With the upgrades, very good for renting, for starting out new players. Very good for first purchase ship. If you're getting into cargo missions and you're a new player. Oh, what was it? 70K to rent, 3.5 million to purchase. So, as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.